students of Primary 5 St. Joseph School. Today we're going to talk about Lesson 4, Unit 1 in the first term, magnetism and electricity. First of all, the electric current has a magnetic effect where it generates a magnetic field. How can we demonstrate an experiment to illustrate this idea? To make something called the electromagnet. What's the electromagnet? It's the magnet made by electricity. As we can see here, we have a battery, and this battery is connected by a wire, and this wire is made in the form of a coil. And in the middle, we put an iron nail from one type of iron ores called wrought iron or soft iron. When the electricity moves in the coil, this iron nail starts to be an electromagnet. So the structure, number 1, a bar of wrought iron. Number 2, copper wire, or we can say copper coil. Number 3, a dry cell or battery. What's the idea of working? When the electric current passes through the wire, the bar of the wrought iron, or we said the soft iron, it works as a magnet. So it converts the electric energy into a magnetic energy. Number 4, the magnetic force of the electromagnet can be increased by. How can we make this electromagnet stronger? Number 1, you increase the number of coil turns. Make the coil turns a little bit more. Instead of making, for example, 10 turns, make it 20 or 30. Number 2, increasing the number of batteries, because when you use too many batteries instead of one battery, you increase the electric current intensity. Uses of electromagnet. Number 1, we can use it to make a crane. This is crane or winch. This crane, it is used to transfer the iron blocks or iron scraps from one place to another. By cutting the electric current, the electromagnet loses its magnetic force. It means as long as we have an electric current, the magnetic force appears. When we cut the electric current, the magnetic force disappears. We can use it in making too many devices, like the electric bulb, like the electric mixer, like the television or the computers, like the disk drive. Give reason. We use a wrought or soft iron nail in making the electromagnet. Why this material? Especially we have to use it in making the electromagnet, not any other nail. Because it loses and gains magnetism easily. It means it becomes a magnet so fast and it loses its magnetism so fast. The electric energy also can be generated by magnetic energy in the dynamo. The electric generator or the dynamo, it is made up of a copper coil and a magnet. It converts the kinetic energy into electric energy. When this copper coil moves between the two poles of the magnet, we can notice that there is an electric energy is generated. That's why we said it transfers or converts the kinetic energy into electric energy. And we have two examples for the dynamo. Number 1, small dynamo, which is used in a bicycle. It consists of a small cylinder that touches the tire and connected with a U-shaped magnet. When you start pedaling your bicycle, you can notice that the torch or the lamp in front of your bicycle, it starts to light up. Why? Because of this dynamo converts the kinetic energy into electric energy, and this electric energy is used to light up the lamp. Number 2, the huge dynamo, and this one is used in electric generators in the electric power stations. It is used in electric power stations to generate a large amount of electricity. It consists of many great coils that turn between the two poles of a huge magnet, which means it's a dynamo but a huge one, used to generate very big amount of electricity. Why? It is used in lighting cities, and also it is used in factories, operating the factories. How to increase the amount of electricity from the dynamo? Number 1, by using a strong magnet. Or number 2, to increase the number of turns in its coils. We have some types of electric power stations. The wind electric power stations, it uses the wind energy, like this one. The wind is used to operate these turbines, this fan, this huge fan, and that generate electricity. Number 2, thermal fuel electric power stations. The fuel like the coal or like the solar or like the petrol in general. It is used the heat produced from burning fuel to generate electricity. And finally, the nuclear reactors, which are found in the nuclear electric power stations. And that's all for this lesson, and see you in another lesson.